Hello, hello.
Oh, shit.
Ladies and gentlemen, another beautiful Tuesday
That's right.
in Greendale, Colorado.
Yep, you guys are tuned in to the Producer Lounge. It's episode 191, which is special.
Whoa, 191.
We're getting up there, right?
Dang, you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's wild.
Yeah. And it'll never be 191 again,
Yeah.
you know? So,
Special
it's a
number.
special episode.
Yeah.
It's got some... Anyway. I'm too high to go to an analogy right now.
Well, the crowd's loving it.
All right, we're going to talk about music production. And today, we have a special guest, Ginger Perry. Let's go.
Hello, hello, hello.
Welcome. Good to have you.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
Denverite.
Denverite.
Serious.
And, yeah.
Just released a new EP, and you got to do like a little like listening party at Black Box. That's so fucking sick.
I did. It was very, very amazing. That sound system is so incredible.
Yeah.
And there is nothing like hearing your own music on incredible sound systems.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's a
Seeing
big deal.
the crowd wiggling around.
Yeah. It's super fun. I did a tribute to David Lynch right before.
Oh, did you?
Yes.
Very
my
nice.
EP is only 16 minutes long, and my set was an hour.
Mm-hmm.
So we've
Yeah.
filled that up with lots of David Lynch music.
There you go.
Okay.
There you
Nice.
go.
Yes,
So were
R.I.P. our Lord and Savior David Lynch.
Mm-hmm. He was a legend.
Indeed.
He was a legend. He made it to, what was it, 79 though? Smoking like a pack a day or something? He's holding on. He's
Oh
killing
my
it.
gosh. I know. Everyone quit smoking now.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was just telling these guys.
She was
like,
in the kitchen, she's like,
freaking
"What are you
quit
doing?"
it.
What are you doing, guys?
Quit it.
We don't
Yeah.
do that shit. What are you talking about?
Oh my God. Oh,
would
sorry.
never.
I don't know if I'm
No,
giving away your
no.
secrets onto the World Wide Web. Oh my
Damn it.
gosh.
No. We're exposed.
Yeah. Oh, how do I arrange a David Lynch set? He is a phenomenal musician, and I have thrown 3 David Lynch-centric events
Nice.
and
Okay.
produced them, and I love playing the music from the soundtracks, and I've done so many events with him as a theme. It's incredibly easy. I think the only one that caught people off guard was Slaughterhouse from Wild at Heart was the only one that people were like, oh my God, I can't believe you just dropped this hardcore metal song. And I think it was like right before my down-tempo album. So
Wow. Amazing. I love that you just
Gotta
send
love
it
it.
like that, though.
Yeah.
We were kind of talking about that in the kitchen. You're like not afraid to be the multi-genre. Like, just going to do whatever the fuck I want.
yeah.
It's badass.
Life
love
is probably so incredibly short that you just have no idea how short it ever could be. So why ever not do exactly what you want?
It's a great. Yeah. Fuck yeah. 100%.
Oh, you meant the listening party. Oh, how did I arrange that? I called Nicole, the owner of the Black Box, and
You have
was
her on
like,
speed dial. You're
Yep.
like, yo, what's up, girl? Hook it up.
I do. I love her. She is an old friend, great person, wonderful person to know. And I guess Briscoe's night was shout out to Nicole. We love her. Briscoe's night sold so well for the Mac Miller tribute that they needed to put someone else in the lounge. And so I had kind of like reached out because I wanted to do something, and I was being very neglectful to release my EP. So I used it as a catalyst to push myself to just
There you
release
go.
it.
A little motivation.
Yeah. I kind
Yeah,
of
that's
have to
good.
force myself to do stuff.
Oh, same.
I feel that.
And it's hard to be like a shameless self-promoter, and it's just different. And I think the EP had been done for a while, and I had just posted one track just to populate Spotify and to populate iTunes so that then you can go in and claim it.
Yep.
Because I'd never released anything before, which I think is like probably the most agonizing part of being an artist is the actual work that goes into it.
Yeah.
And being a self-released artist and not having any help on like picking your distribution company and like ASCAP or BMI or whatever. And then I was just dragging my feet. But so I used that they needed something, and I was like, oh, you need someone in the lounge? Well, I'll just do my EP release party. And then I was like, oh, well, I guess I better release it.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Kind of
Yeah.
perfect timing.
Yeah, and then I just played the EP. I DJ'd it, but I didn't mix it, because it's my EP.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Song.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And it's a
like-
listening party. Like, you're not going to want to just play the first drop and then mix out real quick.
And then
like,
I also obviously you can tell I like talking and I'm not scared of it. So I talked about all the songs.
oh,
Nice.
that's cool. That's
yeah,
fun.
in between this one I wrote this for this reason. These were written during this time.
Yeah.
The EP is actually written about my cat. His name is Gozer.
I was wondering where that
It's a
came
good-
from. Yep.
And then I had my
Good
friend.
thing to write an EP about.
Yeah, he was in surgery. He ate a whole bunch of plastic.
Oh.
A whole bunch of plastic off these cutting boards, and I'd been in so much anxiety about it. And while he was actually in surgery, I wrote 2 of the tracks back to back. The Sky Looks Different Today and Gozer, and I was just manically going back and forth from track to track. I would get frustrated with one, and then I would just start working on the other one, and I would
That's a
get
good
frustrated with that one, and then I would just start working on the other one. And I did that for the whole surgery for 4 hours. And they were almost finished at
Wow.
the end of it.
Yeah.
But it was mayhem. It was pain
Interesting.
and agony.
Yeah,
Is-
you were channeling this crazy energy that you were dealing with.
Yeah, I didn't.
100%.
Straight into the DAW.
I didn't know what to do with the energy, and I was
Yeah.
just sit down in front of the computer and the keyboard and make the music happen.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so that's why The Sky Looks Different Today is pretty dark.
Yeah.
And Gozer has this lifeline, and I sampled that Ghostbusters line. Are you a god?
Let's go.
And then it says
Amazing
no,
sample.
and then it's all no, and then the beat drops, and it's like Gozer's track is more hopeful than The Sky Looks Different Today.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah, because there's always a little hope on the horizon kind
there
of thing.
is. He made it.
made
Baby
it.
boy's still alive and trying to eat plastic.
Let's go.
It's just right back into it.
Let's
Yeah.
go.
Just right back at it, just silicone.
Yeah.
What is
No,
wrong
no,
with
no.
you?
Just has a death wish.
Seriously.
So maybe you weren't thinking about it in the moment specifically for some of the songs, but were you trying to implement any new techniques, or was it full just emotion spewing when you were writing that E EP?
Yeah, were you fucking with any kind of fun?
I have very specific things that I like to do.
Yeah.
So, and there's times where I'll watch a new tutorial and get inspired and use that information
Yeah, for sure.
to
a classic
do some,
bit.
that's if you can't get the juices flowing yourself, you just try to learn something new, and then that really helps.
Big time.
So maybe some messing with the vocals. I love doing the reverse vocal thing,
Oh, it's the best. So,
reverse
reverse reverb throw kind of thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's my
Yeah.
favorite. I spam that kind of thing. I do that a lot with my
That's
my
true.
basses also.
Oh, fun. That's a great idea.
Mm-hmm. I
Yeah.
love doing that.
And I just have some go-to weird stuff that I like that I'm always doing, and it always has to do with voices.
I noticed that through the EP. I wanted to talk about that. We'll get to that in a sec.
Okay.
But unless
what
is part of the answer. What are your kind of go-tos? What is the classic Ginger Perry? Oh yeah, I do this every track. This is the thing.
I think switching vocal samples to beats mode,
Yeah.
Beats mode.
and then changing
The little arrow thing.
yeah, that change the arrow thing, and then
I forget what that's called, but
and then taking it either quarter or eighth or 16th notes. It gives you that
Yeah.
yeah.
Very
it's-
familiar.
yeah. I mean, you can hear that a lot on the album, that I'm obsessed with that fluttery weird sound.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
That's the best move. I like to do that a lot with like percussion loops or anything that's like kind of long like that. You just tighten that bitch up a little bit, you know, and it gets all fucking like proper. It's the best, especially with vocals. It's amazing.
Yeah, and I'm not like, I've been producing for a really long time, but I've been taking lessons for a really long time, and I have no classical training except piano, and I really just fuck with shit.
Hell yeah.
Like a lot, and I don't remember what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing half of the time, and I just am in there just like noodling around really, really hard.
Yeah.
Do you guys do that?
That's the way.
That's the way.
That's absolutely the way.
Is this finally going to sound good?
Yeah, you're 100%. You're
communing with the muse.
Yes.
The muse.
You just
guide me.
You just start fucking with shit, and then at some point it's like, oh, there's a cool thing.
I know, and then but
now let me organize this somehow, and then you do it again, over and over again until something happens.
Yeah.
One of my favorite artist of all time, his name's Tipper.
Oh, I love Tipper.
You like Tipper?
He's a sweetheart.
Let's go. Oh, you guys chill on the
I
regular?
attacked him. I attacked him at some party backstage.
Sick.
And was like, tell me why the Colorado license plate is on that album.
Oh yeah.
And he was just like, oh my God, lady. I'm like, you got to do it or I'm going to follow you around all night.
Yeah. Just held him hostage.
Yes.
Yeah, let's go.
And he, I guess in London, they would all put crazy sound systems in their cars and like show up in these parties, and whoever had the loudest sound system was like the winner of these like weird sound system meetups.
And they'd roll up with
very
sick
old
cars.
school and cool.
Yeah, and he
Let's
got
go.
all of his speakers from some guy made them in Colorado.
No shit. I didn't know that.
Yes.
That explains so much. Yeah, because he's super into that like car music crossover.
Yeah, and I love his down tempo.
Oh yeah, it's amazing.
Like those morning sets. Oh my God.
I've never been to one. I want to go to one so bad.
They're so good. They're so good.
He talked about, I don't know if this is valid or not. I saw it on like a Reddit post like a year ago or whatever. But someone at some point saw Tipper in the wild and went up and was like asking him about sound design, of course, because he's the sound design guy.
Yeah,
and
he's white. Well, that and Amon Tobin.
Oh my God, yeah. I mean, there's a bunch of legends out there. Amon Tobin for sure.
Amon Tobin's my number one producer. That's my favorite.
And Tipper's answer was he was just like, I don't know, I just like twist knobs till it sounds cool. You know?
That's
like,
so awesome.
At the end of the day, like you can understand all the aspects of like your spectral gating and like EQing in certain ways and clipping in certain ways and how to like just
gating.
Yeah. That's the
Such
best.
a funny example.
I know. I don't know why my brain went to that
above and beyond.
Yeah. But yeah, at the end of the day, like, and that's the thing, like, we all like understand what's happening, but, or at least for me, like, I'm just twisting knobs until something sounds cool. And then it gets there and maybe you can
So then
kind
are you
of...
super, do you guys do the modular thing or are you not into that yet?
Not
it's
yet.
so expensive,
It's so expensive, that's why, yeah.
You can't even touch it. You're like, that was all of my money.
Yeah.
For the whole year.
And even worse...
And I have a box this big.
Exactly.
Yeah. You need money. You do need money for that gear.
Yeah.
Bitwig is pretty modular.
That's cool.
In nature.
Yeah.
And it has a modular kind of section to it. To where you can use like different
yeah, I felt like that with Native
weird.
Instruments has, you know, like
totally
Kontakt and all of that. But Native Instruments just doesn't want to play well with Ableton. It seems like.
Yeah, I can say
I
so.
can
really,
see that for sure.
It's really frustrating.
On a MacBook?
Yeah. I mean, I used to use Machine like all the time. And then they just kept making updates that made my workflow like harder and harder and harder.
I just got the Native Instruments, like some bundle or something, some like decent sized bundle.
Yeah.
And I've been playing with Kontakt and like...
Oh, Kontakt's
crashes.
So fun, right?
It's so sick. I'm so happy. I've wanted Kontakt for like years, basically since I started producing. So it's a blast. But yeah, it crashes like every 20 minutes. Literally, like it's horrible. It might be because I'm using like 12 of them.
You're running it as a VST through Ableton?
Yeah. and it doesn't like it.
Damn.
So I learned a lot more saving than usual when I'm using Kontakt in a session.
It's such a bummer. I wish they could. Why can't everyone get along?
I know.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to throw us any shade, but it's kind of a rat's nest of code, that Ableton.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's awesome, but it likes to crash. That's for sure.
It's a fan.
Yeah,
It has
problems.
I'm so jealous of Bitwig. When it crashes, it just crashes the plugin, not the full.
Yeah.
Oh, it does.
Yeah.
That's nice. That's
It's-
fancy.
It's
Shit don't crash
super fancy.
until it does. Every once
Until
in a
it
while.
does.
Every once in a while, you get a crash. I've maybe had 2.
Dang.
So Miss Ginger,
Yes.
you have really sick percussion in like all of your tracks, and I want to dive into that a little bit.
Okay.
Does a lot of it come from post-processing, or are you finding the right sample kind of thing?
Oh no, I am finding. That's why I was obsessed with Machine, because I didn't have to sound design all of my drums.
Oh, totally.
It's
I
hard.
could just
It's really hard.
I could find the snare. I wasn't just sitting there being like, like for 5 days.
Make a
I will
snare.
make the snare. Like it was.
Yeah.
It was my favorite thing to do because it was like, then I wasn't stifled, like what I was like creatively feeling I could actually get out. Where when I feel like if I'm sound designing, I need to separate those things.
Oh yeah. It's a
You
good
know?
call.
Like I can't be, if I want to be making something, I need all those sounds to be made already.
That's fair.
I can't
fair.
get distracted with making the sounds
Yeah.
and then make the beat. If that makes any sense. I don't know if that seems normal.
It is very normal, and
It
it
is.
makes a ton of sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm similar.
Yeah,
Yeah, how
I
do you-
will basically open a project and do sound design at whatever BPM of a song that I want to make soon. And then I'll just start sound designing. Maybe I'll put a drum beat in there or something. But just fuck with it in there. And then eventually I'm like, all right, now I will arrange my sounds
Yeah.
in some fashion.
So I find the sound already done, and then I put it together.
Yeah, yeah.
Are you doing a lot of like digging in random spots or sampling vinyl or?
I just do
Splice.
a lot of splice finding, but it's always like very different. Like, do you know what I mean? Like I'm finding like UK garage kicks and then using like something
Hell
like,
yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and then finding like jazz hi-hats or like down tempo
Oh, yeah.
hi-hats or
blend
like
it all.
something
Blend it all. Why
like
not?
it's all multi, like there's never like they're never all in the same pack. They're never like all from the same genre. They're all like wildly out of, and then I'm layering a lot of stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because I'm never satisfied.
I feel that.
I'm
Are
never
you-
satisfied with that kick ever.
Right.
Or
Oh,
something.
you layer kicks.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so that's I have a
Sometimes.
problem with that.
And sometimes because there's phasing and it sucks. But when you can like, when it works, it's like, that's the sound I'm looking for.
Do you try and like force your layers to play nice with each other with like EQing and whatever kind of
Yeah.
bullshit, or do you just like try and throw it on and be like, nah, that's gross. Next,
Both.
combination of both.
I think a combination of both. I just like layering claps. You have to. I feel like you always have to layer the clap. I'm like rarely satisfied.
Yeah. Yeah, I like a layer on a clap for sure.
Yeah.
I'll typically grab like
And I get in trouble a lot. Like sometimes, like if I have Chase Dobson is the person that taught me Ableton 15 years ago and is still helping me and
Nice.
teaching me, and also is my mastering engineer.
perfect.
Very cool.
And I'm trying to learn to master more just because I like Chase is on the road a lot and I just want to like do some quick and dirty mastering and play it like
Yeah.
that night.
100%. 100%.
But I do get in trouble.
Yeah. Lately,
Things don't work and I think they sound good.
and at the end of the
Oh,
day,
yeah.
that's
Oh,
all
yeah.
you need.
You need other ears. You can't, I feel like you can't.
There are some tools to help you get pretty damn close though, without without needing other people's ears.
Like what?
I mean, the person's like judgment of the quality of the art of the song is one thing, but like the sound, getting it to sound good up against other songs and whatnot, you can kind of pull that off.
You mean the luffs?
Yeah, exactly.
Are the luffs in the room with us?
Getting the frequency balance.
May the luffs be with us.
May the luffs be with us.
We hawk the shit out of this, but Vision 4X is a analyzer plugin, and it'll give you basically like your spectrum, like analyzer, like an EQ or whatever, and you can apply different curves to it, and it'll show you like the loudest part and then the quietest part where you should be like hitting all your sounds within this like area. And if you just follow it as you're working, you just always pull it up and be like, okay, is it loud enough? Pull it up to the line if it's something right up front.
And you're probably like, oh wait, that does actually sound a little bit better when that happens.
Yes, or it just now it sounds loud, which basically just tells you like you got to do something to the sound.
I don't know. Make it... I don't know if Rick Rubin would say that.
Oh,
what?
It's just the master of blowing stuff out.
Yeah.
Just make it loud.
For
I'm
sure.
just joking.
This helps you blow it out.
Yeah,
for sure. Like
appropriately.
Yeah,
cool.
It'll actually.
I want to check it out
evenly.
Yeah, the specific mode in Vision he's talking about is similar to Native Instruments tonal balance.
Oh, okay.
If you've seen that one,
I haven't.
Okay, well, never mind then.
Go ahead, tell me about it.
It's the same thing. Yeah, it just it gives you a cool like a little graph just that kind of shows like here's an average of 1,000 EDM tracks and where they sit. Here's an average of 1,000 jazz tracks and where they sit, kind of thing, you know. And it's nice. I just started using it, and I was almost a little let down because I threw in a bunch of my old tracks, and I was like, oh, sick. This is going to be the thing where I'm like, now the mix is like, I get to see what's wrong with it specifically. And all of my tracks were just kind of sitting there already. And I was like,
you already were there.
I was already there, which is kind of nice because I'm like,
that's
oh,
good.
Cool,
You're
I'm
like,
there.
You're like, oh, I did it.
Yeah, a little pat on the back, right?
Yeah.
But then I was also like, fuck, like, I know there's room to improve. Like, this isn't going to help. Like, bummer.
Louder.
Louder. Yeah.
Louder.
Yeah.
Just make it louder, bro.
But it could be nice in the moment, the way you were talking about using it. Because I kind of have
I feel like it makes it quick for me. I can drop a sound in and just pull it up and be like, good. All right.
Yeah.
Or
I'm just
have to work
accepting
on it.
this.
Yeah.
I'm accepting this from the start so I don't have to go back and then readjust everything because I will.
Yeah.
I always want to make things darker than they sound kind of good.
Do you mix and
system.
Master each other's, or do you mix and master yourself, or do you send them out?
We all do our shit ourselves.
Yeah, we just
you do all of it yourself.
We
you
should
don't
actually.
You don't sweat. You're like all here together, and you're not like, will you listen to this? Or you guys
we
let
show
each
each
other.
other.
Show each other.
We show each
yeah.
other, and we're just like,
Good
give me
advice.
give me the notes, and sometimes it's like, oh, your snare sucks, like. It's not transient enough. It's not enough high end. Like usually it's like 2 or 4 notes, and you're like you go back and do it, and we all listen again in the garage or somewhere.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're not like mixing each other's or mastering each other's.
No. I would love to have you guys master one of my tracks at some point. We've talked about it forever. We just haven't actually done it.
Yeah.
Yeah. We could. These days, I don't like a lot on the master. Like I like to just like clip it and maybe limit it.
Cool.
Basically.
Well, I feel like if your mixing is really solid.
That's right. That's what you need.
I don't know if that's a thing. Like, if the mixing is really good and it's all sitting together, like.
Yeah. You can do. I think putting shit on the master is nice.
Right.
Like, it has its own niceness about it. If you put like a nice long.
Sorry. my water app.
I was like, we forgot
there we go.
all
That was a
about
good
the
one.
sound of.
Yeah, we got the soundboard.
All right, my phone is off.
Yeah, I was wondering, like, do you use Ozone? You don't use any of those, right?
I don't think any of us use Ozone. We use FabFilter.
I did just get it,
things.
so I want to play with it.
Oh, you did? Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of
that bundle too.
Yeah, I got that. I got the full bundle with all the fun stuff. So I am gonna try it for sure. I saw Virtual Riot use Ozone like 5 years ago in a video, and ever since then I'm like, that's what I need to become the guy. But I haven't.
It's basically like a suite of mastering tools, right? It's like compressors and expanders and like multi-band compression and
stereo
limiting
stuff.
and exactly.
I do use the glue compressor a lot.
Just Ableton's?
Yeah.
Same. I have it actually in like a...
Like for some reason, I always feel like, well, that sounds nice now.
Mm-hmm. It does.
Yeah.
It really does. I have this specific preset I really like too, called the Make It Loud preset.
Ooh.
It's
I miss
the best.
I miss the sausage fattener. I used to love that thing just because of his face.
Yeah, the little,
and like
little
it
sausage.
sounded really cool too, and it was like so fun. But I don't have it anymore.
Damn.
I don't even remember what computer it was on, but of course never made it to the computer I'm on now.
Yep.
Yeah, it is hard to get by these days. I have it though.
You have the sausage.
Oh, do you? You got a little sausage?
I got the sausage fattener and the Camel Crush.
Yeah.
Fun. I think I would be like I don't really go crazy on VSTs. Like I do play like bass lines and stuff like that, but it's just Serum and Gladiator.
What is that? I don't know about Gladiator.
It's weird.
Is it? is it a synth or is it like a?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
Native Instruments?
No. I don't even know what it is. My friend, I'm not going to say anyone's names, but they would not make music with me unless I had it on my computer.
Oh, yeah?
So I had to get it to make this human happy, and it was great, and I still use it.
You've actually been enjoying it. That's good.
Yeah, I don't really dive too far into lots of VSTs after being so upset with Machine and Native Instruments. So I just use a lot of Ableton stuff.
Honestly, that's fair. Yeah.
You know, and I feel like I would there's like part of me like getting too distracted. Yeah, just VST. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there it is.
Two-tone.
Yeah, for some reason, it's still really fun.
This mouse is hard to work.
Yeah.
Right.
I salute you, Caleb.
But, and I mean, when I first started learning Ableton, I had Ableton Lite and...
Okay, yeah.
And I used it for years until it kept telling me no. And I was making stuff that I was like, oh, this is cool. You know? But I was like, I felt like it was just, oh yeah, that's it. There it is.
I can switch us over.
There it is.
Oh, yeah. I've never seen this before. Cool.
Boom.
Tone 2.
Boom.
Oh, 50% sale right now?
Boom.
Oh, shit.
All right.
Oh, shit.
Here we are.
Still pretty pricey.
Kind of reminds me of like, I know still, I was like $200, damn. It's got to be worth it though, huh? It almost looks a little like Massive maybe?
Yeah.
A little more colorful. I've also never used Massive really.
It's really manipulative. I mean, it's got lots of things to play with. Lots of manipulation, lots of cool sound design stuff.
Psychoacoustic processing.
Ooh, big word.
Dude, when they have a 5-syllable word in there, you know, it's fucking...
I know. I'm a sucker for those adaptogenic drinks, so... you know?
I need my nootropic supplements or else I can't function.
Yeah, so I use Gladiator a lot just because it was on my computer so long ago, and I feel like after you're just like so used to something, it's just like second nature.
Yeah, 100%.
You know, and you want that muscle memory when you're trying to create so that you're not like just trying so hard to make the sound that you hear in your head.
Right. I'm always that way. So like Serum's my little baby.
Yeah, I love Serum too.
It was like the very first synth I learned on because I had a like buddy hook it up at the time, so I didn't even like start with operator or like anything else. And then now I'm like trying to move over to like Phase Plant and play with some other stuff.
Yeah.
And like, you know, I can like function and like fumble my way through stuff, but like every time I go to is just like, no, go to Serum. It's my little comfort zone. Like,
yeah, you have to have your happy place.
Yeah,
you know.
It's also
I have tracks if I'm like in a DJ set and I like am having a meltdown. I have like come back.
Some get out of jail free cards.
Yeah, just like come back to you tracks where you're like, I'm okay.
This will give me energy.
I'm okay. It's like
Here's a
your
song for
TV
me.
show when you're sad.
Yeah.
You have a certain stuff that you're like, all right,
Yeah.
I'm going to watch 30 Rock for the next 4
Oh,
hours.
shout out
Just
30
joking.
Rock. Let's go. Amazing.
Yeah. I'm gonna play some video games.
Yeah.
Yep.
What do you play?
Valorant.
Oh,
Yeah.
Valorant
Nice.
boy.
PC shit.
PC shit.
PC shit.
Mm-hmm.
PC's buildable.
Mm-hmm.
Do it yourself.
That's right.
Everybody talks about the PC do it yourself. I'm a Mac person, so I don't do it myself.
That's fair.
I
It's
just
a
buy
lot.
a Mac.
Yeah. I had to have them build my PC because I wouldn't be able to do it myself.
You were like, but
Yeah.
what? But you're both on PCs?
We have nerdy
Yeah.
friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're all on PCs.
Everyone's on
yeah.
PC.
Mm-hmm.
Well, cool.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I have two really nerdy friends. One of them is the host, not here, who know way more about computers than me. So I was like, guys, I have this amount of money. Like, what do I get? Hook it up. Try and get in the range of the
That's
budget.
exactly what I did as well.
Yeah, yeah.
What do I need? Just tell me what
Just
I need.
tell me.
Tell me what I need.
Can you go to the
to
Tell
store
me
and
what
buy
to
it
think
with me?
about having to think about.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how to know parts for like picking a motherboard.
Yeah. What is
You're
that?
like-
What's that store? It's like
Micro Center.
Micro Center,
Yeah,
and it's
hell
on
yeah.
like
That's where we went.
I-25,
Yeah.
and there's a really
225.
225. Yeah, there's a great restaurant right there, right by Micro Center. I can't remember what it is.
I don't know.
But every time I go into Micro Center, I just walk right out.
Yeah.
Just walk in, and I'm like, God damn, this place is intense. And I just leave before I even get whatever I need. I just can't even go in there.
I'm in pure heaven.
Yeah. You're like, I'm
Yes.
there for, they have
All
to
the
kick me
things.
out.
All the things.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like the
Kick you
Disney World of
out.
PCs.
I know.
Yeah. It's
Check
amazing.
out all the screens.
Look at all the
Go to
screens. I did look at the
Gotta
screens
look at
for a
the
while. That was one
mouses.
thing where I was like, ooh.
Yeah, you guys have a lot of screens here. This is like
I know.
my ADD is like on fleek.
Yeah,
I
you're
was
like,
like,
oh, stuff.
Yeah, we
Lights.
must crank out an electric bill here.
Oh,
I don't know what to compare it to, but
yeah.
yeah,
That's good.
yeah, we do it that way.
I like that you brought up that you like Tipper's down tempo stuff a little bit more.
I love his down tempo stuff.
Mhm.
But I like down tempo more than. I mean, I like it all, but I love down tempo.
The vibier stuff. Yeah.
I feel like I'm hyper enough on my own,
Yeah,
and
Yeah.
I need to be chilled out.
I was hearing
And
maybe not necessarily like similarities, but in your recent EP, I was like, oh, the ambience and like the way things are
Same.
flowing in and out. Like
yeah,
it was beautiful. Like props on that because
Oh,
I
thank you.
love good ambient stuff like that and just like
yeah.
evolving naturally.
I love Future Sounds of London, so that was like a strong influence for me. And there's like, you can tell, like if I told you all of my influences and you listened to them and then you listen to the, you would be like, yeah, of
that
course.
makes sense.
All right, yeah.
That's cool.
Like Tricky, Massive Attack, Portishead,
Nice.
like everything that came out of Bristol in the 90s
Portishead is wild.
is just like, it's heaven for
Yeah.
me.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
You know, and then when you just don't notice that like your influences come out and you're not trying to make that, you're not
Yeah.
trying to make their music,
Right.
you know,
Yeah,
and it
you
just happens, right? Your influences, they
well,
just affect you.
You like them for a reason.
Right.
Yeah.
You know,
And then you
because
start,
of the sounds that they make, and then you're like, I like those kind of sounds. Let me try it.
yeah, and then you just make those sounds and
Yeah.
you're like, wow, this is so cool. But thank you for noticing that. That's a really
Yeah.
crazy compliment.
Yeah. No,
Thank
it was so
you.
good. That was like one of my favorite parts where I was just like, damn, this girl, like, teach me the ways. I'm trying to get my ambience game down.
I would love to make some like ambient. What's everybody into? The Dolby Atmos.
Oh my god!
Oh, yeah.
I
Shouts.
was like,
Shout out Sinistar.
Yeah. Yeah.
Last week talking about Adobe
Dolby
Atmos. He had like one song
Atmos.
mixed in it or something. Like that.
yeah.
For like 42 speakers around.
I was trying to figure out.
But that's when I'm like ambient. That's when the ambient shines. I
Yeah.
feel like,
Yeah.
right?
Oh yeah,
So
that would be amazing.
I've always had this problem where I tend to be like a maximalist with my usage of layers and how many sounds I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
So with ambient music, it's almost even worse because since everything's kind of just dreamy and not necessarily like a focus, but it kind of is. Yeah, it's all moving
rigid.
and evolving. I tend to go even harder where I'm like, oh yeah, I can have like fucking 7 ambient pieces or like pond sounds or bird sounds back here, and then I have a bunch of pads everywhere. Like, how do you try and like make all that work? Like, are you stacking the fuck out of layers, or are you just being sparse with it? Are you thinking about it a lot?
I don't think about it at all.
I overthink it, I guess.
It just happens. It just happens so naturally. Like, I'm always like, oh yeah, there should be like a bird sound here. Oh, there should be a dog barking in the background at this. Okay. Like, it just, I don't know. I'm like, oh, what would be really great here is like some broken glass.
Oh.
Like, I don't know why. It's just, when you grow up listening to The Orb, like it just is embedded in you.
Yeah.
Like you rave really hard in the 90s and you come home every night, listen to The Orb over and over and over and over again. You're like, you're going to know where that dog needs to bark on your track. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's fair.
You're just going to know. Just listen to The Orb and you'll be like, it'll help your ambient like a million times.
Okay. That's my homework then.
Yeah. Have you ever listened to them?
Mm-mm.
Oh, you're going to love it.
Okay. I can't wait.
You're going to
Sick.
fucking love them.
Hell yeah. I can't wait. That'll be fun then.
It's
I'm
super,
excited.
but it's not like real ambient, so it has beats in it, so it's not. I mean, I don't know. It's not like I don't like droney ambient that doesn't have beats, but
Sure.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on like stereo field placement with it? Because I feel like with ambient shit, you can have a lot of fun.
yeah. I mean, I'm just such a sucker for things that make you want to puke, so I'm not really good
Sweet.
answer for that. Like excessive panning and like.
I'm into it.
I love that. Yeah.
I have nothing against that at all.
Yeah. I've heard so many people
I
say
don't know if you feel like you're about to be judged, but I'm not judging you.
yeah, we're in full support over here.
Oh yeah.
The amount of people I've heard say
Left,
like,
right, left, right, left.
yeah,
I'm just
yeah.
joking.
They're like, don't,
I love it.
Don't do that because you're gonna overwhelm and you can't focus. Yeah, but then it's so much fun to just do it.
Yeah.
And it sounds cool.
Yeah.
But then I get scared that it's going to be like a Beatles album where like the right speaker goes out and you can't hear half the track or I don't know,
That is terrifying.
Yeah, I have a old tune where the like main lead sound would like honk and then it would go back and forth a few times. And definitely I'd be like working with like one ear in,
and you're like, I can't hear it. Where'd it go?
I'd listen to it and I'd be like,
Yeah.
weird. It's weird.
Yeah.
It's weird without the other one.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny though.
It's like you don't
cares?
listen to the Beatles on mono. They did that like so hardcore. They were so
that
intense
shit's sick.
about it,
Yeah.
But I like messing with it, but I mess with it more like panning, and like.
Have you ever played with like multiband panning?
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh, that's
Not a lot, but
nice. That's fair. As
Yeah.
much as I love it, I like don't do it as much as I should.
mm-hmm.
But like the concept is always so fascinating to me. Like just being able to like place your high end of one sound in a different spot than your mids and then your lows, or like however you want to split it.
yeah.
Like there's so much like potential in it, and I just like in the moment I like don't really think about it, which is such a shame.
I forget every time
I
you
know.
bring it up.
I know, right?
Just forget to do it.
Yeah.
Oh,
It
really?
sounds like so much fun.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you actually do it, like I don't know, at least for me it just like opened up a world of like anything multiband always opens my mind to like, oh yeah, there's like way more to play with
You
and
can
way more
split it up
detail
so
if you
much
want.
different. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting. I want to mess with it now.
You should, yeah. Do you have the Melda plugins by chance?
Mm-mm. I don't have very many plugins at all.
You could build this in Ableton if you wanted, but I think Melda has a free multi-band autopan. So it's just
Oh,
like
fun.
the autopan in Ableton, but it's just split for you. I think it's free, and then there's like a bunch of presets, and it's easy to use. Definitely recommend it.
Yeah.
It's sweet. Or just build one. That's
Melda-
also
Build
fun.
one.
Melda
Yeah.
bundle. Melda free bundle.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. That shit's the best.
It's
The actual paid bundle is sick as fuck too though.
yeah, it's crazy.
Really?
Yeah, that has just more in-depth versions of all the plugins that you get in the free one, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And like a few extra things.
Few extras, I'm sure.
Fun. I just didn't want to I steered away from modular because it was too expensive, and then I don't look at very many VSTs because I'm just
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I
love
it done
just smash together
with-
sounds.
yeah. If I can just get it
grabbing a
done on my
sound,
own.
Throw it in there.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Stretch it.
I know a bunch of
fucking-
people that have all these VSTs and they are overwhelmed, it seems like, and they never put anything out. And I'm like, what
Oh,
are you
sure.
doing?
We are
doing?
those people.
How do you choose
I
to
am.
use?
I am
Right.
very much that person.
Right.
But it's not because I'm overwhelmed. It's just because I don't want to.
Yeah, one of these days. Your first release is going to be absolute heat, though. After all this time prepping, all this knowledge, that'll
Wait,
be
you
fun.
haven't released anything yet?
Not for this project.
No. What is this
which-
project called?
It's called Recon Gear.
Cool.
Yep. It is like bass music, drum and bass, a lot of it. Yeah.
Nice.
Caleb and I's duo
Fun.
project. Yeah.
Drum and bass is so lovely.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's good. I
But,
like
yeah,
that
we'll make halftime
intelligent
and-
shit like LTG Bookem.
We'll still make dubstep and shit.
You will.
Yeah, for
Oh,
sure.
Okay. Okay.
You got to get a little ignorant here and there.
spread around the bass music world,
Yeah.
different things.
Cool. When's the first release? When are you going to release?
Yeah, when are you
We'll
going to
find
release?
All right.
Yeah.
Maybe this year.
Okay. You should do it.
You guys are being healthy about it, though, where you're kind of waiting for a good opportunity or...
We're trying to
A
get our
good
shit
label
together
spot.
before we go and look for labels and things like that.
Yeah, you're figuring out all the branding and image.
Yeah, I didn't do
Takes a
any
lot.
I didn't do any of that.
Same. I've just been developing it as I go.
I was
Yeah.
like, it's
And
me.
it's still not even really... Yeah, same.
I think-
it's me, what's up? Yeah.
I think that's the move, to be honest.
You think so?
Yeah. Yeah, I do think that's the move. Just let people watch you grow.
Yeah.
That's good.
It is cool, right?
Yeah.
Especially if you're planning on being in it for the next 20, 30, 40, you know,
I
till
think
you
that's
die.
the fun part too. It's fun to watch artists grow as
It
much
is.
as it's sad sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's still you're like, oh, your first album.
Mm-hmm.
And you never did anything like it
I
ever
know, right?
again.
Yeah.
And I loved it.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully this method takes a little bypass on the classic. Oh, the first album was like this amazing coagulation of all of this time and energy. You know, like the classic band trope. Like the first album is just sick, and then because they have to make another album in a couple years, the next album just kind of sucks.
The
'Cause they have,
sophomore flop
record deals
or
and
whatever.
shit.
Yeah,
called.
the record deals, they always fuck with people, it seems like.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
why it killed Outcast. God
Yeah,
damn it.
yeah. Things are different. Things are different now. I'm sure people are still getting fucked over
Oh,
by
yeah.
their record deals, but
Yeah. Yeah, but
at
things-
our level, hard to fuck us over.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
it really is.
There's no one to. I wish someone wanted to.
Yeah.
Come for me. Come give me a fucked up, fuck me over record deal, please.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
go.
Would not be mad at all.
It's amazing.
That would be sweet.
Right?
Yeah. How do you guys start tracks? How do you get started?
How do you get started, Dave?
Yeah, how do you get started, Dave? Do you feel inspiration and then you sit down, or do you sit down every morning and because you're like, this is what I do, I make music?
Wish Caleb does.
Caleb does that?
Fucking every morning at
Really?
5:30 a.m.
He's got a
Stop.
schedule where he's like, he's up first thing in the morning, he makes coffee, and he's like, oh,
Grinds
to
out
make the
some
beats.
tunage.
Time to make the beats. It's
I'm on the
like-
opposite schedule of
Yeah.
Caleb, where I'm up until 5 a.m. And then I'm like,
Oh,
all right, I'm
you're the-
tagging you in, dude.
Oh,
Go
you're
ahead.
the night beat maker.
I'm the
you're the night
guy.
man.
Yeah, the night
You're
owl.
the night man.
Yeah, and
Thank
I'm,
God.
and I'm the
Gatekeeper.
middle of the day guy.
Yep,
Oh, so
yep.
you each have your space. That's
I
great.
guess so.
Mm-hmm.
I guess so. I don't think we did that on purpose,
Yeah,
but
yeah, it kind of
it does work out that way.
But you
Very
just
nice.
sit down. It's not like you have to wait for inspiration. You actually sit down and work on music every day.
Oh yeah, we all just send it.
It's
yeah.
there's usually inspiration. to some extent, you know? But you go find inspiration. Just pull shit up, start tweaking knobs.
Right.
And then all of a sudden a
comes to
cool
you.
sound happens.
Oh, that's a cool sound.
You
I know
know?
what could go with that. And you do a
Right,
whole
and then
thing
it
to,
just
like
carries on from there.
Yeah.
on a
Cool.
good day. Sometimes, you know, we've all had those days where you're like, I'm sitting down and 4 hours later, everything just sounds horrible. Just sounds
Oh
like
my
fart
gosh.
sounds coming out of my speakers.
Oh, yeah.
I swear it, after just like,
Well, your tunes.
Yeah, my tunes especially.
He does have very
You
fart-centric
should
tunes.
hear
Fart-centric
some of my sound
tunes.
design. Yeah, I said Tipper's my favorite artist, so you can imagine the squishy basses come in,
yeah, okay.
digestion.
Yeah, I definitely
sounds.
found making music in the day sober had better results than getting fucked up at night.
Yeah,
Yes.
let's go.
And I
Take
definitely
4 shots,
I
do
def-
some meth. You're like,
yeah,
all right, here we
I did
go.
have some years of like making music fucked up at night, and then like waking up in the morning and being like, "What the fuck?"
What was I thinking? And I bet you in the moment when
know?
you're making, you were like, this is the
Oh,
next
it's so
thing.
good.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, what's wrong with me? But then
Yeah.
you're like, maybe it would have been good because like maybe people fucked up in the club would have like loved it because I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Maybe.
Maybe not.
Maybe.
When the sober you doesn't like your Jekyll and Hyde moments, when the sober
Yeah.
you doesn't like it the next day.
Yeah. Who was it that said like write high, edit sober?
Oh,
Something like that.
Oh.
Yeah.
I want to say it was like,
yeah, I've
I'm
heard
not
that.
good with references.
Yeah. Actually, no, I think,
Or quotes.
I don't know if this was the guy, but I was listening to Rogan the other day and he was literally saying something along the lines of he heard that from someone else. So maybe he's talking about the guy.
It's a journalist guy.
Oh, well, that sounds very. I don't know.
I forget that guy's name.
I don't know.
Anyway.
But
But
Hunter,
it's
I
a-
would just Hunter Epps
That
Thompson.
is who it is. That
It's
is
Hunter
who it
S.
is.
Oh,
Thompson.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you
Yeah,
just-
but I mean, he was
Oh,
high all the
Caleb-
time,
Caleb
so
was
that
putting it in
doesn't
the
that
chat.
doesn't work. It's not Hunter because I mean it is Hunter, but Hunter S. Thompson was high all the time.
That's
Maybe-
true.
Yeah, maybe it was. Yeah, maybe it wasn't
That's a fair
Hunter S.
point.
Thompson.
No, I think it was. He's saying it's Hunter S. Thompson that says that, but that guy
Huh.
was fucked up all the time. He
Yeah.
prided himself on it.
Right. Yeah. No. I
You
know.
know?
Yeah. He was bad as fuck.
Yeah.
One time,
That guy's awesome.
I.
He is. I mean, I'm just super happy that they shot him out of the cannon like he wanted. He got his dream,
Yeah.
and they were like, really not gonna do it. Fucking Aspen.
Yeah.
They did
but-
that.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, Johnny Depp like helped. He like petitioned. Yeah, he was like,
Were they
no, you
homies?
gotta do it. You gotta do it. This is his dying wish is to be shot out of a fucking
Yeah.
cannon.
Yeah.
You
That's pretty
have to.
sweet.
You have to do it.
Yeah.
It's a badass way to go.
Yeah. Okay.
That's for sure.
What are your guys' crazy? I want to have a Viking funeral. You like get sent out on a boat and someone lights it on fire. I think that'd be sick.
That'd be sick.
It's a lot of money.
I mean,
so-
the fire anything is awesome because then you can be a
Yeah.
Yule log for your family and friends.
there you go. Right.
You know, and that's always cool.
I guess you could just be like something cheaper and more
Amazing.
realistic. Is like you could just be put in a firework. You get a little little
Oh,
pump,
last one to be cute.
right?
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah. I just think give the parts away, you know,
Yeah.
as best as possible, and then do the cheapest option.
Yeah,
Like,
you're like donate.
I'm dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, what does it matter?
Well, I'm not. I don't care
It
what you
doesn't
do with my
matter.
body
Mm-hmm.
after I'm dead.
Yeah, it's up to my loved ones at the time. Whatever makes them feel best, they're the ones dealing with it.
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
Exactly.
But it would be
Exactly.
cool to make people do some weird shit, like throw me out of a cannon.
I know. It
You
would
know
be.
what I'm
That would be
saying?
cool. That'd
be
So I
sweet.
don't know. I'll come
That
up
would
with
be cool.
something.
Yeah.
I'll come up with something.
You gotta make a little fund that's set aside for the specific thing. So it's
Yeah.
like, y'all don't have to pay for this shit.
Yeah,
I got you.
I got you. This
Spread-
is done.
Here's the cash
but
money
here's
for the
deal.
thing. This is the only thing you can use it for.
Oh my gosh! Do you guys do you guys watch Atlanta? I like how off topic we are.
I've seen a little bit. The little bits I've seen are amazing.
Oh my gosh, that show is
Shout
so
out Donald
brilliant.
Glover.
Oh,
That dude
Donald
is-
Glover, that show is just so brilliant.
Mm-hmm.
But a rapper in that show has writes his last album and knows he's gonna die, and it's what's that thing where you have to like go around and find stuff? It's like clues. It's a scavenger hunt.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's a scavenger hunt to get to his funeral.
Whoa.
Jesus Christ.
Wild.
And it's all written in his tracks and like has all
Damn.
these clues throughout the tracks.
Oh.
And you keep going and finding these clues and it keeps taking you to different places, like a restaurant that you get a bag, that it takes you to this other place, that it takes you to this other place. And then it's his
This
funeral.
is within the album.
crazy.
And it's in the album.
Okay.
So you have a time limit. The album drops and you have a week.
And then, you got to find
few
him.
days or something.
It was it was amazing. That show
That's cool.
has changed my life.
No shit.
Oh,
Yeah.
All right, I'll fucking
Shout
watch
out.
some more then.
Dude, so good.
Okay. Well, there's some homework for
You got so
viewers
much.
at
You
home
got
as
so
well.
much homework.
I know.
So you listen to the Orb.
Gladiator, Atlanta, The Orb.
We do need to
Oh my
listen
God.
to the Orb.
You do need to
We need to
listen to
check
the
this out.
Orb. It's so good. The one that the specific album where it's making fun of Pink Floyd's album. You
That
gotta pull
sounds
that
amazing.
up. It's like
Oh my God.
it's like a stuffed pig flying over instead of. Yeah, I don't know. You look it up.
Yeah.
I don't have my phone. I can't show you the picture.
Amazing. If
You
we
know.
were better at working this side of things, we could just pull it up. But our
You
guys in
pulled
here,
up Gladiator, so we got one.
we got one. We got
All
one.
right, we're good.
Yeah.
We're not.
I mean,
Well-
we're basically at the end of this shit.
Yeah.
know.
Miss Ginger Perry.
We're ending on talking about death. This is perfect.
Yeah.
Woo! Everyone quit smoking. Stop smoking cigarettes. Thank you.
Stop smoking.
You too.
I love it. Yeah. I just realized we're all in basically all black.
That is
Look at this.
That's
Artists.
Mm.
Yeah.
What, hey,
That's how we do it.
you know, it's easy. It's comfortable.
Yeah.
Feels right.
Do you have any last words for the masses?
Oh my gosh,
we have
listen.
4,000 people watching live. What do you want to say to them?
Listen to my album, please.
Boom. Go check it.
Listen to Gozer. He needs it. It's
He needs
about
it.
a little kitty cat that made it.
Yeah.
He's alive and he needs your listens.
Give her money
listen
so
to it,
Gozer
everybody.
can go eat more plastic.
No, don't. I mean, yes, give me money. No, just joking. But no,
No,
Gozer.
yes.
No,
wait.
No,
Gozer,
fuck.
don't eat more plastic. No, but yes, please drop me a line. Let me know what track you like best. I always like to hear from people and hear what they connect with. It really
perfect.
means a lot.
Where can how do people find you online?
It's on every streaming platform. It's on SoundCloud. It's on iTunes. It's on Spotify.
Ginger Perry.
Ginger Perry.
Is that what it's under?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So it's on wherever you can find it. Hopefully it's on a touch tune, so I gotta go find it on one of those weird, jukeboxes.
Yeah, that'd be sick. Do you guys remember there was that era? They were called
awesome.
tooth tunes. It was like a toothbrush that would play music.
What?
You could like
Awesome.
upload music to it. Check the tooth tunes out.
Yes.
Well,
Thank you, you guys. This was really fun.
Thank you for
Yeah.
being here. This is great. This is great.
Yeah, this is awesome.
You have a super fun personality, and you were just down to send it with us. So it
Yeah.
was good.
Hell yeah. Cue the outro.
Ladies and gentlemen, episode 191.